It's time for Damn Good Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Clement. From corporate executive to CEO to entrepreneur and the founder of Damn Good Marketing Live, this podcast is all about digital marketing, building a business you love, and creating a brand that's authentic to who you are. So if you're ready for honest, raw marketing conversations that you will not find anywhere else, let's freaking get it. Hey guys, welcome back. I have a dear friend here today. She is literally, we're going to ask all the questions, get really deep with like entrepreneurship, mamahood, wife, all the things, chasing your damn dreams, living up to your fullest potential. Can you just say hi to everybody and give a quick little intro? Let them know who you are.
Hi, everyone. This is Ariel, AJ Fabulous. If you're already connected to me on Facebook, I'm an attorney, visionary, and speaker, and I'm passionate about empowering you to fulfill your goals through your God-given vision.
Yes, girl. So how long have you been in business?
Well, I've been an attorney for 12 years. And as far as the vision and goal setting, is something that I've always done. I've helped so many people get on their path, but now I'm making it into a business package and monetizing.
Yeah, girl, tell us a little bit more about that aspect. So like, what does it do? How have you helped people with that? And what actually called you to actually do that part of it?
Well, it was my own story. So let's go back to 2008. 2005. So I graduated from LSU in 2005. And
Yeah.
for that, I've always been an overachiever. And due to a toxic relationship that I got
Mm,
myself involved in at LSU, I didn't get the grades that I should have gotten in undergrad. And
yeah.
2000, and I've always wanted to be an attorney. So in 2008, I'm like, wow, I never pursued my dream of being an attorney because I had counted myself out due to my
Mm,
A. And so I got back with my vision, got reconnected with my vision, and I wrote them down and I just chased after it. From there, I locked into my vision. And so I'm now an attorney, a wife, and a mother.
oh, you are now just doing all of it. Okay, so what I guess when you hold that many hats, like what would you say like the biggest struggle or obstacle that you've had to overcome within the last you said 13 years, 12 years? How many
Well,
years?
so
Okay.
I've been married for 5 years, well, soon to be 5 years, and I've been a mom for 4 years. So before it was just me and it was just easy. I can do things
Yeah.
at time of the day, but now it's definitely a struggle. So if I don't get it done during the day while the kids are at school, I'll have to stay up all night to get it done. So it's basically that determination that keeps me going to get everything done.
Yeah. What would you tell somebody like struggling with the fact that like the mom guilt aspect? Let me rephrase. What would you tell someone? Is it possible for them to chase their dreams and their vision and their God given talent all while still living their dream as being a mom and a wife?
Oh, most definitely. Better for your kids. I mean, you want your kids to see you chasing your dream so they know how it's done. Whatever
Yes.
to do, if you do it, they'll do it.
And you have, well, your husband's an entrepreneur too. So like y'all are just an entrepreneur family. Y'all are breeding some entrepreneur kids. That's what you're doing.
Oh yes, my husband is 1000% an entrepreneur. He's hadn't worked for anybody since like 2000 or 2001 or 1999. Who knows?
So y'all don't do business together though, right? You keep it separate,
We
huh?
work for each other, but we basically own our own businesses. But we do work for each other. Yes,
I love that.
I
So
don't
do
get it done without his assistance.
you can or cannot?
I don't see how I could get anything done without his.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So do you feel like do your kids what ages are your kids? You have 2, yeah? Boy
Two
and a
and
girl?
four. They're 17 months apart.
Wow, mine are 18 months apart. We did it right, right?
Yes. Well, I started late, so I had to hurry up and get it in real quick.
Hey, they say there it's hard at first, but like truly, like me and my sister are 11 months apart. So at first, my mom said it was like the hardest thing she's ever done. But then she's like so glad she would tell anybody to do it because then you become best friends when you're older. So
Yes. And me and my siblings, we're all spread apart.
how many
So
siblings do you have?
I have four siblings. I'm the middle
4.
of five.
What? Y'all, so fun fact, we met you saw me speak at Professional Women's last year and then I came to speak at your event, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So you put on a freaking beautiful event. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's probably my favorite event to speak at because when you're a speaker, if you're actually up there, like you're gonna get what I'm about to say. But if not, I've been saying it a lot at my events. But like your crowd works the speakers. Like they're like, yes,
get it, girl. And like, I was like, I remember walking in that room and I was so nervous. And as I was talking, they were like, yes, preach, go. And I'm like, oh my God, they're giving me so much energy. But y'all, she also does events. Tell us about, did you just do a recent one recently? Another one recently?
No, not recently. No, my last event was in March. I've been writing my book since then, so I've been with that. But no, you are an amazing speaker, so it's not hard for them to amen and affirm you. So that's why I invited you to speak, because you blew me away at the Professional Women of St.
Oh, well, thank you. I would say, like, the thing is, and you could probably attest to this too. When you go and speak in front of a room and like they're silent and they just stare at you, you're like, did I say something bad? Am I terrible?
Right,
But like, I always tell people, so like anybody listening to this, if you go listen to someone speak, just like give a little woo or like a yeah or something. No matter what they say, just do it, and the
right,
speaker's gonna be like, that's my person. Do
right.
you agree?
Exactly. Oh yes.
So tell them a little bit more about your events and why do you hold them? What are they for? What do you want to get out? What was your vision for those?
Well, my vision for those is basically vision. Like, everyone is born with their own unique vision, which is attached to
Yeah.
purpose. And so a lot of people are out here being jealous of other people, and they don't even know that they have a specific purpose that is just as unique, that's going to make room for them, that's going to make money for them. And so if you can connect with people and make them understand,
Yeah.
oh, it just makes it so much better for everybody.
Absolutely. So what do you think about what is your advice on like people that are hesitant in investing in their business or getting in a room or in a mastermind or a group coaching or hiring a coach or someone to help them like get to the next level? What is your advice to someone that is maybe either teetering the line or they're like, I don't need to do that?
Well, teetering the line as far as coaching, or just stepping out into whatever it
Yeah,
is.
stepping out, investing in themselves, getting in a room, like pushing. Because like a lot of times when it's whether it's even like hiring a coach or like walking into a room that you had or like that I have or whatever that may look like, that's intimidating. Or they're like, why do I even need that? So like, what would be your advice to someone that's in business or they maybe like even feel like a tiny tug at their heart that they are meant for more? Like, why should they do things like that?
Well, they should definitely step into it first of all, because the more you step into it, the more clear it becomes. It's scary
Yes.
and God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the call. So
Yes, girl.
every step you take, you're developing more into the person that you were meant to be. And as far as coaching, I would definitely recommend coaching. I mean, every successful team has a coach. I mean, if you have a coach, you're going to get to the next level and you're going to get there
Yes.
faster.
Yes. Oh my God, preach. I'm like not even like when I tell you, it like just like kills me when people have this vision or they have this thing on their heart or they have just a freaking God-given talent that they were given and they're like sitting silent in it or they're uncomfortable to go to the next level or they don't know what to do. But yet there's people on like there's people like you, there's people like me saying like chase your dreams, get in the rooms, invest in yourselves. Like it's scary as hell. Like it's all scary. Like I'm sure you're scared. I'm scared. I'm like, what are we doing it anyway?
And it's
Like
scary. It's scary at every level.
every single they always say new levels, new devils. Like you don't know what's coming next. And the only reason you get to the next level is because you're willing to get uncomfortable.
Oh, yes. Everything you want is on the other side of your comfort zone, for sure.
Oh, girl, you have like a lot of little nuggets right here. Everybody better have a pen, rewind, start this over. All the things. Okay, so what would be like your number one piece of advice for like growth in your business? Like what would you need to do? Like what kind of coach do you look for at that point? What kind of event do you look to go get in the room with? Like what do you get in a mastermind? Like where do you what is your advice if someone came to you and they're like, "I'm ready to do this. I want growth to happen. How do I start?"
Well, I would recommend multiple coaches. Depending on the price range, some of these coaches are like super expensive, but you still need these lower level coaches that are skilled in these specific things. Just like with, I'm a member of your social media marketing group. And
Yeah.
for that group, I wouldn't be as consistent as
Yeah.
posting. Like, I was posting on my personal page, but I wasn't using it as a tool for my business. But now I'm actually using it as a tool for my business. So you need a coach for various aspects. Like, now I'm creating a course and I'm also writing a book. I don't have a coach for my book, but I'm looking for that too. And I am looking to be in a mastermind next year, but I believe in coaching. I mean, how can you ever do it? Because sometimes the vision is the easiest part. You have to
Yeah.
stir up if you got to stir it up and study and research. You know what I'm saying? You can have
Yeah.
the picture all you want, but if you don't step into it and do things to further it alone, nothing's going to happen.
Absolutely not. And I feel like people feel like that they are just given this talent or they're given this like gift that they have, and that's awesome. But like if you actually got to do something with it. Like you actually got to do something to help you move that needle, get you to that next step. So like if you even like want to put on events or be on a stage or whatever, you got to like step into your purpose to get you to that next level. Cuz the people that are at that level, they didn't just sit pretty and say, "Hey God, show me where I need to go next." Like he's like, "No, you go do it. I'm giving you what you need to do it. And if you fall flat on your face, don't worry, I got you." And the thing is with those people and the people that are still sitting back there where we were, is we're willing to fall. So like what's your biggest piece of advice on failure? Like let me rephrase. Were you ever scared to fail? Are you still scared to fail? And what continues to make you go even if you do fail?
I was afraid of failure. I've always been a person that was afraid of failure because I've always achieved. So it wasn't something
Yeah.
that I was used to. And so, you go to college, you get a profession, but it's different when you want to market yourself and be a thought leader. And so you have to step out and be uncomfortable. And I think those struggles are very important because it's a part of the process. So if you don't
Yeah.
struggles, then what kind of coach are you? The
Yeah.
qualify you for what you're called to do. So I would say just step out of it, but I'm not fearful anymore. It's do or die at this point for me.
Oh, okay. What got you to that mindset?
Well, I guess it's sometimes, like everybody's trying to elevate. So I make six figures annually. So by the time I'm at the six-figure mark, it's really doesn't really feel like it's that much. So
Yeah.
elevate to seven figures. So it's going to take a lot of work. You have to do things different. To do what you've never done, you have to do something different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, and I think that it just with time and experience and, and just like I look at failure, I used to be terrified of failure as well, but now I look at failure as a learning opportunity because like if you didn't fail, that means you're not pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And if you aren't pushing outside of your comfort zone, there's no growth.
And exactly. And if you can get out of your head and don't worry about what other people think about you,
Oh,
that's the quickest way to overcome failure because that's the only reason why people are worried about failure is because of the people that are looking at you. But
that like literally every time I have a conversation with someone, like every time, and I'm like, why are you not on social media? Why are you not doing this thing? Why are you not doing this? And they literally, the first thing is fear of failure and then what other people think of me.
mm-hmm.
And the second one is imposter syndrome, but we'll talk about that one later. But like the fact that like that is your number one reason that you're not chasing your dream, living out your vision, going after your God-given purpose, getting uncomfortable, failing to live your life that you get is because you're scared of somebody else and what they think.
Exactly. When
What
you
are they doing?
when
Like,
you should be afraid of God, because when it's all said and done, He's gonna ask you about what He assigned you to do, not what you chose to do as an alternative because it was easier.
oh,
Our purpose is our assignment, so He's gonna ask you about that when it's all said and done.
the thing is, like, what I'm learning too a lot right now, like like a lot. When I say a lot, I mean like a lot if I haven't said that word a lot, but is that people are going to talk no matter what. And the more successful you get, they're going to talk more about you. And it really is just the devil trying to deter you from the destination of where you're going. And in reality, is this the only person's opinion that matters is God's, because that is ultimately what we're living for. And so instead of letting other people get to you and dictate your every literally mood, but move as well, like just keep center focus. And it's very hard to say to do that because we're human. Every single one of us still struggle with, I mean, I still do what I do all the time, but I still let other people's opinions dictate me. But then I check myself and I say, wait, what actually matters here? Their opinion or my opinion? Like, because if their opinion matters and it's really that much that it's going to stop me, then that's stupid and naive at this point. You got to keep pushing through because they don't ultimately matter. And it's just so sad listening to a lot of people. And I hope anybody listening to this, that it helps you check yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, like, I was put on this earth to do something. And what I was put on this earth to do, I need to do that and fulfill that. And whether that is be an entrepreneur, being a visionary, be an integrator for someone else, like chase your damn dreams and do it because you get one life. So it's like so crazy to me that people let others dictate their every move.
Well, it's already a scary process when you're stepping into something that you haven't done. We fear the unknown. And so if somebody's going to say something, it just makes it even more scary. But one thing I've learned is you have to protect your ear gate and your eye gate. So if people are vexing your spirit, you have to cut them off. And
Mm.
that's one thing that I had to overcome was
Yes.
taking too long to cut people off.
Oh, that literally just you will have speechless because like truly I'm in a season of life like that right now too. And like it really if you're listening to this and you feel this right now, because there's some people that reach out to me on Instagram and they're like, Shelby, how do you just like cut off a friendship, or have you had to do this, or whatever that may look like? Or it could be like an employee, it could be a boss, it could be whatever it is, it could be a relationship in any facet. And really it is this: you have to protect your peace. If the person in your life is draining your energy, you cannot let them do that. They no longer can be in your life. And people are meant to be in your life for a season and a reason, and only that. It doesn't mean they're there for a lifetime. It means they're there for that specific moment that God put them in your life, and it is okay to remove them. And when you are remove those people, it is allowing other opportunities to open, because those people could be the people that are saying like, you should do this instead of this, when in reality in your heart you know where you're supposed to be going. So if you're listening to this and you are struggling with this, you're not alone, number one. And number two is you have to protect yourself at this point. And it's not that you don't like them or love them still, it's just the fact that you're putting yourself at the forefront of like you and your business and your vision and God, and it doesn't matter about anyone else. I think it's so crazy. And I think it's so interesting too, because a lot of people are dealing with this right now. I feel like, unless it's just me, but I hear it a lot.
I am too. So probably so.
It's literally like, when you like want a new car and you say it out loud and then you see that damn car like everywhere you
Yeah.
drive. It's like this right now. It's like truly someone even just sent me a podcast this morning to listen to, and it was about, getting triggered by certain people that you thought were going to support you that maybe didn't support you in a way that you thought they would, and then you got triggered, and then it was like you're asking for their validation when only you're the reason, like you're the only person that can give you your own validation, and stop looking for external validation. And so I just think it's so cool because like everybody's talking about it.
And the only reason why you expect it is because you would do it for them. That's the part. You
That's the part.
would do it for them. And a lot of times it doesn't even cost them anything and they won't support. And so that's something that you really need to look into. Like, is this really my friend? But a lot of times, from my experience, it hasn't even been sometimes the core people, it's the extras. And when I say the extras, like the
Yeah.
people out here meeting, at networking events. Like I met this girl, she was high energy. She was inviting me to different networking events, introducing me to people. But for every person that she introduced me to, she would sabotage the relationship behind the scenes. But she was building, oh, what is the word that this lady used? Relationship currency or work currency to get credit. But it really, she was negating it behind the scenes. You know,
Oh, wow.
something for you to be like, okay, well, she'll owe me a favor, but really they're taking it away behind the scenes. So people like that, and I let that person hang around for a very, very long time. And I've been so free ever since I cut the person off. And I've done that to a lot of people. And you think that you're going to lose something, but you're not going to lose anything because they're not doing anything.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. I love that this is a topic because like I felt alone for a minute and now I'm not. I mean, and we're all here. I want to ask you this. How important is it to like show up on social media and talk about what you do? Like what is your let me actually back up. I didn't preface her this question either because I really genuinely want to hear her answer. But like how important to you is it to market your business?
It's extremely important because in this day and age, if you don't put it on social media, you don't really have a business. People don't believe that you are who you say you are until you post it on social media.
Exactly. And how much has social media truly helped your business, honestly?
Extremely, extremely. At first, you think negatively, like, oh, they don't want me to do it or they don't respect me. But everything is about social media these days. If you don't put it out there, it's not real in people's minds. I have the ability to respect experts and different people from different genres without it on social media. But some
Yeah.
people have that ability. So if you're not posting your business on social media, you don't have a business.
Exactly. And I think that a lot of times people just look at social media as like it's just like a joke, especially like, you know what I mean? Instead of it being straight up marketing your business. I mean, think about where every single person goes in their downtime or literally in their conversations. I mean, some people are so addicted to these things. They're on social media without even realizing that they're on social media. And like, if you're not advertising your business, then how are you actually have a business? It's not like old school times. Like, this is like with the times, everything's moving so very quickly. It's just so crazy to me. I was just curious, like, how much it's helped you move the needle in your business.
Oh, it's helped a lot. People reach out to me all the time. I have so many different events coming up that I'm going to be a part of. And even with the Women's Center for Healing and Transformation, I'm doing a workshop for them. I would have never known them. They would have never seen me if I weren't on social media.
It's so insane that people just realize and they still just think they don't need it. But you know what? What big things do you have coming up that you can tell everybody about?
Well, I'm working on a course right now, which will probably launch in January, and my book will also be released in January, but it will be available for pre-order in November. I'm not 100% finished yet. Well, it's finished, but I need to revise it and kind of shorten some things up. But my book is the
Yeah.
big thing.
Tell us about both. Tell us about what the course is about. Like, what is it going to offer? What does it do? Tell me everything.
Well, the name of the book is Vision Over Everything. And I believe
Mm.
that everything starts with vision. Whether you want to be a mother, a wife, any type of professional, it starts with vision. If you can see it, you believe it, it's going to happen. And
Ooh.
that's why I titled my book Vision Over Everything. And then the course just flows from that, just showing people practical steps supported by biblical scriptures and scientific evidence of why they should follow my method of vision.
Ah. What is your number one piece of advice if somebody's going through a hard time in business to keep going?
They need to keep their eyes on the prize, which is the vision. Look at the bigger picture. And everything that you struggle through is only making you better. And that
Ooh.
you get to the vision being fulfilled, you'll be able to help the people behind you. Those struggles are lessons.
Ah, dang girl, you've been dropping some good things today. I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Tell everybody where they can find you. Tell them how they can work with you. Besides your book and your course, can they work with you now? Where can they follow along? Just give yourself a little plug.
Well, if you're looking to unlock your vision to pursue your fullest potential, you can follow me at Layera_speaks on Instagram and Layera speaks on Facebook. And
Don't worry.
I
Go
also have
ahead.
where you can clarify and elevate your vision in 3 days. It's on my Instagram profile and my Facebook profile.
And don't worry, we're going to put everything in the show notes because absolutely adore and love you and love your community because
Like,
they're my favorite hypes.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all guys. If you love this episode, remember, comment, like, share, and leave us a review. But until next time, let's freaking get it.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Damn Good Marketing Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you comment, review, share it with a friend. Come back next week. And until next time, let's freaking get it.